Hello, welcome to Scrap Time. My name is Christine, and in this episode, we are celebrating our 9th anniversary. We have been doing Scrap Time for 9 long years. So if you are just joining us and new to Scrap Time, you can go back and watch 9 years worth of videos. And to celebrate our 9th anniversary, while we were at CHA, we had Tim Holtz make us this exclusive little tag here. And of course, he signed it. So watch the video, see how we made it, and stay tuned to the end to find out how you could possibly be the winner of this tag.
Oh, there we go. This is pretty decent. All right, we're going to start with distressed crayons. We'll do a little collage medium. We'll color over the top of this. We'll use some of those pieces.
This new stuff on, that's what this is.
It's this stuff on that stuff, which makes really cool stuff. There. I like that. That's what we use. Okay.
Yes. This is the one that doesn't.
So we're going to work with the new distressed crayons, and we're going to talk briefly about the distressed collage medium. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to add some ephemera onto a tag, and then we'll get into colors, and that should be dry. So it'll be a lot of multitasking. All right.
Well, you're showing.
No, you're totally fine. So we're going to work on a tag, and we're going to talk about the distress collage medium. So distress collage mediums, what's cool about these mediums is they are a water-based, waterproof medium. They're available in 3 types. You have matte, vintage, and crazing. I'll show you. Matte, vintage, and crazing. That little crackle. And I'll pass that on so you guys can see it. So what's cool about crazing is it's not a true textured crackle. It's actually smooth, but it creates a very cool effect, and you can use it to glue down ephemera of all types. Now these are available in 4-ounce jars, and we also have a sampler set where you get 1 of each jar in a single pack. So this allows you to kind of test it out, have your customers test it as well. I'm just gonna go in with, well, I might as well go in with some crazing. Let's do that. When I use the medium, I like to apply it with a collage medium brush. And we did these brushes in 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. And what's cool about this particular brush is it's a very short, kind of stubby brush, and it's perfect for adhesives, not only to apply adhesives, but to also remove some, kind of spread them out. So when I go to use this, I'm just going to dip it right in there, just going to spread it on there. This brush is designed to fit right in your hand, just like that. That's why it's angled. And I'm going to put this on. Now what's unique about this is if I get too much medium on my tag, I can stand my brush up and literally scrape all of it off because the inside of the brush is hollow. It'll scoop all of that up. So if you haven't felt the brush, pass it around, kind of flick it on your hands. It's very springy, very bouncy. I like to let people know that when we work with this medium, I'm going to set this down. I'm going to press it down just to get out any air bubbles. A cloth, paper towel. This has a drying time of now. You put it on, dry, move on, okay? So I love the ability to add this medium. I don't have to worry about my other layers slipping and sliding. Again, always kind of push out the air bubbles, and you're done, ready to go. So now I'm just gonna go over the top of this with a layer of the crazing medium. Now, when I apply crazing, I like to be a little bit more heavy-handed around certain areas because not the same way I do crackle paint, but if I kind of lightly glide it, see how it looks a little wetter? It's really hard to describe. It's just wetter. If it has a little heavier layer of the medium, you're just gonna get more crazing going on. It doesn't make the size of the crazing any bigger. It's not like crackle paint where it's bigger cracks and all that. It just means you have a little bit more crazing going on. Another great tip when you're using collage medium or paints, take a baby wipe and wrap it around your brush, and then you don't have to clean your brush. I've yet to clean this brush since 7 a.m. It just sits in that baby wipe. This way when I go to use it, it's already wet, ready to go. Yeah. So this way at the end of the day, when you're done playing or whatever, then you can go clean all your brushes. But to have it sit in water and take it out, and to me it's just too much. I'm going to let this dry while I talk a little bit about distressed crayons, but if you were in a hurry, you were working on a project, you could dry this with a heat tool and it will craze. So you don't have to wait for it the same way you do crackle paint. You can just, they're all heat stable mediums. All right, so this guy, let's see if it's dry. Yep, you just touch it, it's not wet, it's dry. And this thing has craze, it's got little crazing. And the thing to know about crazing is not crackle. Crazing is very random, very sporadic, very fine little elements. And so I want to go in with my color and apply whatever colors you want, however you want to apply them. Of course, we need to introduce brown. Don't judge me. And we're just going to start working this color around. Now, you can see for this demo piece, I was kind of going really kind of sloppy with the brush. I love that that accent. And you can see the crazing. You really have to see it close up to start to show up. There are fine little cracks that show up. That's the thing about crazing. It's really much easier under the light. It's tiny little cracks that show up. So not big crackle. So if you're expecting a crackle medium, that's not what this is. This is crazing. Now, if I want to get something off, I just wipe that off, right? Water reactive, so I can always remove stuff. So you don't have to worry about freaking out that you're going to add too much or not enough of something. And just add some colors. I love the ability to work with these. They're so much fun. They're super cool. This is a different medium. You know, that's the thing. If you're used to working with distress inks or paints, does it replace any of them? No way. It's just something different and fun and new that we can use in conjunction with our inks and our sprays. And I mean, that resist effect is crazy. It's so cool to me because it's really over that watercolor. And you can always go back and add more. And I'm going to add. What's that?
Not waxy.
No, not once it dries. That's kind of one of the things. It's not really a waxy stick. It's a water reactive pigment. So it's not oil based, it's not wax like. It's just its own thing. It needed to be. And it's been really great. I mean, it's really well received here at the show because, you know, I think when people saw the announcement, heard it, they were like, wah, 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 you know, like, I already have them, okay. And then I think when they saw them and saw, you know, what these properties were and what made them different, it was like, oh, okay, I kind of do want that. I will use that. So here, just add some brown accents, and then I want to add a little highlight. So let's go in and remove a little bit of that from Butterfly, my favorite, Picket Fence, because I love just to add those little accents because I can still smudge some of that out, but it just creates that instant highlight on things. Kind of gives it that little oxidized look. Pretty cool. And then we will take a stencil. Have fun with this. All right, let's get rid of this. I really don't need this. All right, so I'm going to place this down now. I think I want this to dry a little bit. So the fact that I can heat this to dry it and I don't have to worry about my colors kind of melting the way a wax would, pretty cool. Take a fresh baby wipe. What's that? It's just cool and different and fun, and I'm wringing out the baby wipe because I don't know, these are extra fresh.
Extra dirty baby wipes.
Yeah. So you don't want like a soaking towel. You just need some moisture. Yeah. So here I'm just going to go in. Let's remove some of that color. Excellent.
That is so good.
So good. So good.
I love reductive effects. It's very different glazing. Additive effects.
Yeah. It's fun. I think a lot of us are looking for new and creative in different ways that we can work with a lot of different mediums. And this to me is one of those.
I know, me too.
And we'll add a few little stars. Plus I love these new little mini stencils. Not gonna lie. As much as I love the large layering stencils, these guys are really cool. So, just like that, simple mixed media piece with distress crayons. We can splatter on them. I mean, we could take this so much further, splatter paint and do all that, but it's just a really great accent for that. And I use this even for edging in the CHA class. We didn't even have an ink pad because I just used this just for anything that we would normally work with an ink pad, just to prove that if this is what you had, you can make it work. Is it exactly the same? No. Does it give you the same effect? No, but do you have the ability to still create a distressed effect with it? Absolutely. So those are the distressed crayons. Yes, correct. Yeah, and once you start working with pigments, it just becomes different. You know, I think I'm so used to working with distress and so trained as to what you should and shouldn't do. You know, because it's like, oh, this is ink. If you put this color on this color, you're going to end up with mud. Well, not so much with these. These are really allowed some kind of creative freedom on there. That's
put it on your ribbon.
ridiculous.
Does it stay pliable or does it get stiff?
Completely pliable. Yeah, it's really soft. You're very welcome, guys.
Sign the back for the
Sure. All right, see you guys. Thanks for watching. Ranger's first periscope. Wow, that's big. It's huge. Yeah. I tried to really pump her up this morning, like, do periscope. I don't know if I can. I'm like, of course you can. You just turn it. Yeah, it is. It's super scary. Yeah. I'm like, potty mouth will ensue as soon as I say something. Yeah, that is my biggest fear. Yeah, just because something will happen and I will just say something and like there's no takesies backsies on that. At least not for 24 hours. You gotta live with it. Yeah. Yeah. But I think my most favorite thing about that is the interactive nature of it. Super interesting. So there we go. There you go.
Thanks, Tim.
You're welcome. That's cool, huh? It's a lot of fun and easy to do. I mean, what I like about that is you don't need to know how to do anything. You don't need to worry about color, theory, blend, what's this, what's that. It is what it is and it works. So it's pretty cool.
So I hope you enjoyed that video, but now what you've been waiting for is how do you win this tag? Well, what you need to do is visit www.scraptime.ca. I'll put a link below if you're watching this on YouTube to the direct blog post of where this tag is. And all you do is just leave us a comment on that blog post with this tag. And the contest closes Sunday, January 31st at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you leave your comment before that. And if you're watching this after the fact, I'm sorry. Come back next year for our 10th anniversary and we'll probably have another tag to give away. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to Scrap Time, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.